So like I said before, we are going to do static analysis today. Now in static analysis, that what we call, we are going to check the first thing we check during static analysis is Android Manifest.xml, where the basic of the application is defined. We check the minimum SDK version, the maximum SDK version. That means the version, the minimum version the app is allowed to run, the maximum version the app is allowed to not run, the permission, the activities, the content providers. Like sometimes ago you hear Facebook saying that from so Android down cannot run on Facebook app, so you need to upgrade or buy another phone. So these are what they are trying to protect, because the lower the version, the more security risk it is, but the higher the version, the less security risk. So yeah, that's what I got to check, whether the app runs on lower version. Secondly, now on permission, I said permission defines what data and hardware components the app needs to access to, like giving your app permission to your camera, to your contacts, to your internet, to your read and write external, maybe writing to your memory card, to packet management, to Bluetooth. So if you can get the full details from this reference, now you can see all this is in Android Manifest.xml. You can see all this is there. Now in activities, I said previously that activities basically are UI elements or different screens in the application. So activities are just like different screen. Maybe we have account screen, we have the login screen, we have the register screen, we have different types of screen. Now these screens must be protected using intent filters. If you don't protect it, that means somebody can jump from one screen to another. So you need to protect with intent filters, which comprises of cookies and the authentication token. If you don't do it, somebody can jump from one screen to another. Now, whenever you see unexpected equals to true, that means activity can be accessed from outside the application. We are going to show it in a short time. Now, content providers, we say they are utilized to serve data from one application to another. Maybe serving data from Chrome to Firefox, or to any other bank app, maybe from Zenith Bank app to GT Bank app to other bank. And that is what content providers are about, serving data from one application to another. If content providers are exported, this can be very dangerous, as we are going to show it without delay. Now I went to Google Chrome and type injured Android. Now once you type injured Android, it's going to take you to this GitHub page by Binak. You click on the right hand side, go to injured Android release APK. We are going to test with injured Android. There are other Androids we can test with, but I think this one is more better. We might test 1 or 2 or 3 app and check the differences and learn more. So
Okay, welcome to our static analysis lecture. Yeah, this is my Android studio. So I have clicked this button, this start button. Once you click this button, it's going to pop up. It's going to pop up this. So once you pop up this, you cannot. If you want to install the Android studio, just drag and drop from here. So like I said, I'm using a injured Android. This is one I pulled, injured Android pulled, the one I pulled from using a ADB pull. So drag and drop inside this place. I've already drag and drop. Just drag it like normal drag and drop. Just drag it and drop it into this. Going to install. Now once it install, let's click on injured Android and see what we're talking about. Look at injured Android, click on it. So you're seeing this X. These are different capture the flag CTF you should perform. SSSTS flag 1, flag 2, flag 3, different flag you should perform. If you come to this place, you see the settings. You can put it in dark mode. You can clear the flag and start from beginning. You can remove it from flag mode, from dark mode, sorry. So you can click on contacts and you contact them. So this is the app we are going to run the static analysis on. So the first thing I go to, before we go to capture the flag, is to use our Android Studio, our Jadx-GUI. Let's click on our Jadx-GUI and do our static analysis using Jadx-GUI. Let our Jadx-GUI open. So our Jadx-GUI has opened. So for us to analyze the APK using Jadx-GUI, let's drag and drop. We can drag and drop the injured Android, the pulled one. So you can drag and drop from here. Injured Android, drag and drop. It's going to load. Let's wait for it to load. Now it has finished loading. Like I said, the first thing we're going to check is our Android Manifest.xml. From you go to resources, go to res, you see Android Manifest.xml, click on it. You will see the things I said earlier. The MinSDKVersion. This is the MinSDKVersion. Look at it. Minimum SDK version is it should run. The maximum SDK version, the target SDK version. This is the target. This is the minimum. Now you are going to see other things like activity. Like I said before, you see activities. You see the intent filters we use to protect activities. You see the provider. So these are many things you're going to see. Now what I'm going to search in this Android Manifest.xml, since I'm going to search is, let's check for, like here we see that we have this app. We need permission for access internet state, permission for internet, permission to write to external storage like your SD card, to read your phone state, and to read external state. I've explained what this permission is all about. Now the thing I'm going to search for is, because most of those things are always on top, is debuggable equals to true, which we can't see from here. Let's search for debuggable, whether I can see it. Debuggable. So nothing like debuggable. Let's search for allow backup, whether you can see allow backup. It's not here. So we're going to check another app that has it. Let's check for clear test traffic. Uses clear test traffic. Give me a minute. So we come here and paste. Uses clear test traffic. Is not here. We can also check for JavaScript enabled, what I set to true. Using clear test traffic shows that if the app is running on a clear test, that means the communication is not encrypted. That is what is called clear test traffic. So you can check for it. Allow backup shows that if the app allows for backup, that means saving things as backup. That's what we call it. You can google some of those things. Now let's check for JavaScript enabled. These are things you check when doing mobile pen testing. Is not here. Let's also check for hardware as selected. What I set to true. Okay, yeah. Now there is hardware as selected true. So once you see that hardware selected is true, it means that this might be implemented to disable running the application on an emulator. That's what it means. Once you see hardware selected, it means that you are not allowed to run this application in an emulator like Android Studio. like Android Studio images. Now if you want to run it on emulator, you need to set it to false when you decompile it with apk2 or another tool that I'm going to show later. So set it to false where you want to run it on emulator. Let's also check for debuggable equals to true, whether it has debuggable equals to true. Now let's check. This is static analysis. It doesn't have anything like debuggable. Let me delete it through. Okay, nothing like debuggable. So, and once you see debuggable equals to true, it means that once set to true, this can give rise to insecure data storage vulnerability. Insecure, that means some data will be stored on your device which shouldn't be stored. That means the application is storing some sensitive data in there. Once you see this thing, this debuggable equals to true, like I said before, equals to true, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Y. Okay, once you see this thing, it's set to true, it means that this can give rise to insecure data storage vulnerability. That means the application is storing sensitive data in this location, like I will show. That means it's storing some sensitive data in this location. Don't search for this, just that means it's storing the sensitive data in this data package name shared place and place.xml. Let me show what I mean. When you go to Android Studio, we go to look at the thing that is running. Go to Device Explorer. Let's see the device internal device storage. So we go to data. If this thing, if we have this debuggable equals to true, you go to data. Let me click on this data. Let's click on this data. We are looking for Binac Android shared place, as you can see it. So we check whether it's storing sensitive data. As you can see here, you can expect this. Let's see whether we can see anything from here. Okay, look at. So we are looking at this. We are not seeing anything. Most of these things will be seen, as you can see on this place, will be shown when the application is running, especially when doing dynamic analysis. So nothing is stored here. So you can also do it again once you run the application. Once you try some things on this application and check whether anything can be stored here. So you can go back and see whether anything is being stored. So this when debuggable is set to true. But you can, as you can see here, from this manifest.xml, I think from this manifest.xml, debuggable is not here. It's not set to true. So there's nothing like debuggable here. So that's the thing I'm going to check. Now after we must have checked all these things, another thing we will check is this activity, whether exported equals to true in this activity. Sorry. So we check exported equals to true. Exported equals to true. Now as you can see, this activity have exported. That means we can jump to this activity without following the normal procedure. This is what it means, exported equals to true. If this is not protected, that means somebody, as I've said before, you can jump to the account screen or other screen without passing through the normal procedure using authentication token and other things. So it needs to be protected using intent filter. Like as I said, look at this activity. Look at the intent filter I'm talking about. So this what they're using to protect some activities if it has exported equals to true. So that's what we are checking. So all the activities that have exported equals to true, we are going to explore it later in the during the course of the lecture. Now another place we are going to do static analysis is in this resources.arc res values string.xml. So I can see everything in full detail. Strings.xml. So here we search for Control F. And remember, before I forget, in this Android Manifest.xml, some important things can be stored, like API keys can also be stored here if the software engineer didn't develop it, didn't secure it well. So some things can also be shown, like API keys and any other thing. Now, where you can see more of API keys in this strings.xml, let's search. The things I'm going to search on this strings.xml is AWS ID. So they have removed it from here. Maybe probably they hide it somewhere else. AWS secret. So you can also check for this. Another thing you can check for, let's go down and I'll tell you other things you can check for. You will look from the beginning and be scrolling. This is flag 4 login, like what we been showing here. Flag 4, this flag 2, flag 4, login to, all these things. This is what is showing here. But it's not our concern. What I'm looking for is secret keys, API keys and other things. We see submit button. Google is not important for us. We continue to scroll down. Contact me, not important. Password, you didn't enter it, nothing is here. We continue to come. Nothing is here. This thing, Google API key, I don't think it's very important. Google app key, I don't think it's very important. All these things, I don't think they are important. You can also check this Google storage bucket. Let's check this android.appspot.com. Let's check what this is going to give us. Go to our Google Chrome. So this is what is called static analysis. Go to our Google Chrome. Click paste. Let's see what's going to give us. Okay, it says continue. Let's continue to the site. Yeah, page not found. The request URL was not found in this server, so I think they have removed this URL from the server. So let's continue with our static analysis. Go back to our Jadx-GUI. Let's continue moving. This is Google. This is not from us. So this Google is not. It doesn't concern Android. Android. Let's continue moving. A seed max key, can check for this. Maybe check whether it's encoded and decode it. So I don't think it's important, but you can check it if you see something like this. Continue to go down. Bypass certificate, go down. Exported, no. So these are things you like recheck. Now next we are going to search for. Let's just search for Firebase, because it's not used to be in a string.xml. Control F. Let's search for Firebase. Firebase URL. Okay, see this Firebase. We have 6 results, as you can see from here. Let's scroll down to the next Firebase activity now. Firebase. Now let's check this Firebase, whether you can see anything of security concern. Copy, paste, and once you see this thing, just put slash, or you can test normally. And let's open another place. That's I used to check for Firebase. /.json. Let's see. This one, it won't give you much, it won't give you anything. So once you want to test for Firebase, you put /.json. So let's see what it's going to give us. Now it said permission denied, so we didn't get anything. We didn't get past this place. So sometimes I'm going to see some keys here, Firebase key, but we didn't see anything. They say permission denied. So let's close it and continue with our static analysis with using Jadx-GUI. So let's scroll down again. Any Firebase, no flag 9, Firebase, nothing again. So we are done. So next thing we are going to check is we can search for hard-coded strings here. Like we didn't see anything here. In general search, this class search, this text search, this class search, this comment search. So let's use the general search. We can check for, let's search both resource. The things you are going to tick is search for code, resource, make it case insensitive. You can click on comments. So I can also search for comments. It might be important in comments. Let's search for admin. Whether I'm going to see anything like admin. Okay, look at what we saw. Let's see what it means. So I think this is inside the code. Admin said string equals admin only operation. So we didn't see anything. Let's search for, as we have searched for admin, the next thing we are going to search for is, we have searched for AWS ID and AWS secret. So next thing of security concern for us is, let's search for this. Sometimes you can see something like this. I'm going to paste it. It's a long this thing. You paste this AWS incognito pool ID. We didn't see anything. Let's search for cognito identity pool ID or identity. Let's search for only identity. Whether we can see anything. Identity. Nothing is here. You can click on load more. To see more. So I think it's blurred out. Let's search for cognito identity pool. We didn't see anything. You can also search for password. Whether I can see anything of password. You can check here. Anyone you suspect anything, just double click on it. It's going to open the particular place. So nothing of security concern here. If you don't see, you can search for password. You can search for, we have searched for admin. You can even search for administrator. Do you see anything? This is what is called static analysis. Whether your account has been disabled by administrator. So you can click on it and check more. You can check pass. This, if the person that coded the application used password or pass. So if you use password and it didn't go, you can check for pass. You can also check for OAuth. OAWT. Authentication. See here. Now we are seeing authentication. OAuth token secret. Let's see what I can see anything from here. So we didn't see anything. They hide it somewhere. We get to this later. How we can go deep into this. Now we didn't see anything. Let's search for I think secrets. What I can see anything that's the OAuth token secrets, AWS secrets. Some of this it can be, if it's encoded, you can decode it and check things yourself. A shared secret is out of range. Shared secret. Let me see what it means by this thing. Okay, nothing is of security concern here. Next we are going to check is, let's check for credential. These are things you do when doing static analysis. Credential. In very credential. You can also check, don't want this video to be long, you can also check for something like AWS access key. Yeah, start for AWS. Let's check for access key. Anything that concerns access key, both in code. Let's check this field. So I will not mix out anything, but in class. So I will not miss out anything. Click on all these things, all these boxes. This center of access key. Okay. Let's continue. Let's check for API key. API key. API key. Okay, I think we saw something here. We are seeing something. API key. So nothing is here in API key. Okay. You can check for also clear test traffic, whether it's set to true. I'm going to copy it and paste it here. Clear test traffic, whether it's set to true. Yeah, we have seen this. Let's check for this particular one. This clear test traffic. This means that the application can send communication, unencrypted communication. So this is what is called clear test traffic equals to true. So it's a security concern also. So this is necessary if you want to, this clear test traffic is necessary if you want to bypass SSL pinning. We get to that later. It is usually found in this particular place, res XML network security config.xml. Now I think next we are going to check is, let's also check for, if I can remember, let's check for keys. Let's search for HTTP. Let's check whether we can see any URL that doesn't have HTTPS. We can see localhost from here. This is Google. We don't have anything to do with it. You can click on load more to check. So check for any website, maybe the web app of this company that have this app, hidden web app, hidden web link that is not, doesn't have HTTPS. You can add S and check for their websites from the app. See whether I can get to their website, some hidden web link that is not in public domain. So look at the Firebase we did again. You can see from here Android.Firebase. We have seen it here when we start with HTTPS. So next thing we check is, I'm trying to remember some things we check. We check for keys, tokens. We check for tokens. We check for tokens. Now we see tokens. No. Check here. Huh? It's gonna 4:15. So we check for tokens. We didn't see anything of security concern. Cache tokens, nothing here. Next thing we are going to check. These are various things we are going to check when doing static analysis. Now next thing we are going to check is SQL. So these things take time. You check each and every one of them, whether you are going to see some database, okay, or the way the database statement is being run, whether you can do SQL injection on it. Now after checking for SQL, we check for client secrets. I'm going to drop many things I'm going to check doing static analysis. So we check for client secret. Okay, we didn't see anything of such here. let's search for base 64 dash decode. Let's check for base 64 decode now. So we sometimes you try to decode this. It is base 64. You try to decode it by going to let me show you what I mean. Let's check this one. Okay, let's check this. This is base 64 decode. Let's check this whether you can get anything. You can use Bob-Su to decode it, or you can go to your website and search for base 64 decode. Base 64. So base64decode.org, that's the website I'm using, or you can use the Bob-Su. So once you come here, you paste it and click on decode. Let's see what we have. So this one is called flag. So that is the decoded text from this base 64. So there are other base 64 here. Okay, let's check for this particular base 64, or this particular one, subtitle title. I'm trying to see whether we can. Let's check this particular one. So once you click on it, it's going to show you. You copy and paste and decode it, whether you see anything of importance to you. Let me close all these things. This is some search I did. So you can double click on this and also decode it with base 64, like I earlier said. You can also check for JWT, which is JSON Web Token. No, we didn't see anything of this. Is called JWT, or JSON Web Token. You can also check for coupon. I don't know the correct pronunciation. Coupon. Nothing of that. You can also check for. I've searched for Firebase. Now, next thing I think I've said for. You can check for this part and see whether anything is of security concern. I've talked about clear test traffic. Let's check for this, which is called 5pass.xml. So we didn't see anything of such. So this is how we do static analysis. So I'm going to open another app and show you difference, where we can see allow backup, JavaScript enabled, and so forth and so on. Okay. Now let's check. We have tested Android. Let's do static analysis of all safe, just the Android Manifest. I'm going to check all safe app. So I'm going to share the link. You can Google it and download it and test it by yourself. Just type all safe in your Google Chrome. Come to Google Chrome and type all safe. Click OK. Just go to Google Chrome and type all safe. Look at it. This is a training course, all safe APK walkthrough or anything. You can see the walkthrough. So you go to the GitHub and download it, all safe. So that's the next app I'm going to check for static analysis. Okay, so let's see what that has opened. It's still loading. Not all safe have loaded. Let's do only. I've showed you other things you can other keywords you search in using an Android Studio. The same thing can apply to all safe, but what I'm going to focus on is Android Manifest.xml. Now in this place we can see the MinSDKVersion, target SDK version, permission like internet, record. You can have access to your record audio if granted, access network state, external storage, read external storage, write external storage, query or packages. So this is what is obtainable in all safe. So I think let's search whether we can Control F. Let's search for debuggable, whether there's anything like the debuggable. Okay, nothing like, okay, let's see debuggable like I said before. So look at it. You see debuggable equals to true. That means the app can be, you can be debug. Like there's other things you can do on the app. Allow backup, which allows you to back up some sensitive data once the app is running. This is a security concern, so you can check it like I said before in the previous video. So you can also come and check for clear test traffic, JavaScript enabled, hardware selected is not here. The hardware selected is not. Let's check for it whether it's here. Hardware selected equals to true. Is it here? No, it's not here. So hardware selected equals to true is not here. It's not here. So that's what I will check. If you want me to go to this string.xml, let me just quickly go to it and see whether anything of security concern. Remember, it's located on resources.arc. Go to resources.arc. Res. Go to values. Go to values. Go to strings.xml. So you can also check the setting I said before, like Firebase, Control F, Firebase. They can see any Firebase in these strings. So okay, now look at this Firebase.ui. Let's check for it using like we said before, .json trick. We call it .json trick. So this is all safe app. Let's paste Control F, Control V -.json. This is the Firebase URL. Whether we can say anything of security concern. Now I see what I'm saying. Flag. A bug is never just a mistake. It represents something bigger, an error of thinking. So this, you have seen the secret IP key and all the things. So there's some sensitive things that can be hidden in this Firebase. So as you have seen, this is what I'm showing you, I'm telling you. Now you can also check whether you can see any other sensitive things in this place. Just continue going. You can check for other sensitive things. This Firebase give us 2 results. Let's check the second result. Okay, let's see the first result, second result. Okay, now I've said Firebase, and like I said before, every other things can be tested in this particular app. So that's how we do static analysis. You can go to this general search and search for password, whether you see any password or admin password, and search. So you can check whether I can see any password. You can check for admin, like I said in previous video. Admin. So look at admin whatever. I cannot believe that GUI is still using what here. Look at what I'm saying. Let's go to this place. I haven't tested this thing before, but now look at what is in admin. This admin. I cannot believe that Geo is still using 1 2 3 4 5 6 as password. So you can try this password, and once you install the app, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and type admin. So look
Now,
at a bug is just a mistake. Blah 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 blah. So many
go
things
to Android
you can
Studio,
search.
and I'll show you some few
You
things.
can search for SQL,
Now,
like I said before.
if you go to Android
So
Studio,
this is how we
let's
do the
open my
static
Android Studio.
analysis.
Let's open my Android Studio so that you can do some setup, install Android AVDs, and continue with our static analysis. Before then, as Android Studio is trying to open, let's see if anybody has question. If you have question, I'm ready to answer. Does anybody have question? Does anybody have question? Yeah. Okay. Now when I'm recording it, but the recording is taking it's making my system to hang, freeze. So there's no problem. I'm recording it. So I'm trying to open the Android Studio so we can do some setup on it. Oh God. So any other question? So there's something I posted on and I pasted on messages where you can go and read the manifest.xml. Some things you need to look at in manifest.xml. So it's on the messages, on the chat message. So there is a link there you can click. It's all about all manifest permissions documentation by android.com. So you can go and read that, look at it and get more insights. Okay, just click on the message. I don't know, you cannot see it. I can see it from my end by this side. I'm seeing from my end. Okay. Let me copy it and paste it. Possibly, yeah. So you can go and read more on it. So my Android is opening. Okay. So now once you install your Android Studio, the first thing you're going to do once you install it, the first thing I'm going to do so that it can look like this my own. The first thing I'm going to do is to go to view. Okay, I think it's still loading. It's not clicking, it's still loading. Building symbols is loading. So while we are waiting, oh God, I lost connection. So I lost connection. So you guys, are you still hearing me? Hello. Okay. Sorry, I lost connection. I didn't even know. Now, if you open your Android Studio, it will not be like mine. Mine have already said I have 3 Android emulators installed. Android AVD, sorry, installed. So you see something like device manager. So some all these tab will not be in your own. So for you to get all these things, even this terminal will not be in yours. For you to get to this, you need to click on view, toolbar, and click on device manager. And what you are going to click on is is logcat. You click on logcat. Another thing you're going to click on is device file explorer. This device explorer. That is three things, the important things. There are other, you can check other ones, but these are the important ones you can click on. You can also click on I think there's no other one. I talk about device file explorer, device manager, logcat. You can try resource manager, but I haven't tried it. Hey, click on terminal. It's very important so that you can be seeing what is happening within the app. Logcat will show you how when the app is running. You can see whether there is any dump secret or dump IDs which you need to take note of. That is the essence of logcat. Now, once you have, I say click on view two windows and go to that particular location. Now, once you are done with this, now click on plus icon. Let's add a new device so that it will be like mine that is here. Sorry. Now click on add, create virtual device. Once you click on create virtual device, let me make sure I'm still connected. Okay, I'm still connected. Now once you click on create virtual device, you can test with this app, this AVDs, different Android OS operating systems. But the one I'm using currently is what we call Nexus 5. Nexus 5. Yeah, you click on this Nexus 5. Once you click on this Nexus 5, you can test other one, but this is one I'm using currently, so you can follow me along. Click on Nexus 5, click on next. Now we work on, you can go to recommended or 86 images, but I always go with 86 images. I will take AP. You have lost signal. Wow, what is happening? Now I'm still connected. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you very much. Now, so let me go to previous one. I say you search for, once you click on that add, click on this add button, create virtual device. There is phone, there is tablet. These are different things you can test. And emulator is about testing your Android app. Once you have finished your Android app, you test with different devices to see how it looks like. So we, the cybersecurity, can also use it to pen test the Android app. So this is the phone, tablet, Wear OS, desktop. These are different things you can test your app with. But for this particular lecture, I'm going to work with phone, and I'm going to work with Nexus 5. So Nexus 5. Now you click on this particular one, Nexus 5 with 4.95 inches. Click on it. Click on next. Now, once you click on next, we are going to use API level 23. Is it here? It's not here. Let's check the 86. It's not here. Let's check 86 images. Whether we are going to get 23. Yes, look at 23 here. But we are looking for both 86 and 64 architecture. Both 86 and 64 architecture with Google APIs. I will tell you the reason. So you are going to take this one. 86, it can run any app that has 86 or 64 architecture. Is going to work on this. And remember, I told you previously that Android works like Linux, just like Linux. So it works with Linux operating system. So once you click on this one with Google APIs 86, click on next. Now, once you are done with it, you click on next or download. It's going to download it like my I've already downloaded. I don't want to download another one, and this thing takes at least 1 or 2 gig. So you must have at least more than 1 gig before you can be able to download these images. So once you click on it like this, okay, this particular one, let me cancel it. Sorry. So if you want to download, what is happening to my network? So you see something like this icon. Click on it. It's going to download, and you click on next. Once you click on next, Yeah, mine. So okay. Now, so I've already downloaded. Once you click on next like this, Marshmallow 23 APIs, blah blah blah. Once you click on next, you now give it name. Download it. After download, you now give it name. Maybe anything you want to call it. Mine, I call it Nexus 5 API 23. So I can remember. Once you are done, you click on finish. It's going to clone it. Download images. Now another image we are going to need. This one doesn't have Play Store, because remember Play Store. Once you have Play Store, or you're not going to have. Once you have images with Play Store, you're not going to get roots. When you run Who Am I in your app, you're not going to get roots. So you're going to download both the images that have Play Store and the ones that doesn't have Play Store. Like the ones I've downloaded, the one I showed previously, it has Google API but no Play Store. So let me show you the one with Play Store, so we can be able to pull app from Play Store. Once you download it to the images, we now pull it from Play Store. I will show you how. Let's go back to the next. The same Nexus 5, but I'm going to look for API 29. Click on next. Now I'm going to look for API 29. This particular one with 86 and 64 architecture with Google Play. I see Google Play. Google Play. Click on it. Click on next. Rename it. Name it anything you want to click and click on finish. So anyone you see that has this Google Play means that have Google Play Store. So this is one I got to download. So one is we have two images, one with Google Play Store and one without Google Play Store. So you can call the one with Google Play Store anything you want. You can call it Google App Puller or anything. Just name it anything you want, but make sure what you are naming it what you can remember. Mine, I have 3 images, but let's go with 2. Once we go to the 3 images, I will show you how to do these 3 images. So let's run the first image and show you what I mean. The first image, I click on this start button. Is it start or what? So I click on it. Let's run it first and see what happens. So it's trying to open. Let's give it some time. It's trying to open. So I hope you are still following me. If you are not following me, drop your question and I will attend to it. I hope you are still following me. Okay. So now it has opened. So it has opened now. And before then, if you want this thing to be on detach mode, if you want this thing to be on detach, like my own, you can minimize this. If you want it to be detached like this, in your Android Studio, go to the same view. Where is my view? Go to view. Go to Windows Tools. Where is Windows Tools? Go to File. File. Where is the file? I think I saw it previously. Tools, Windows Tools. Sorry. I think it should from here. Go to File. Go to Settings. Let's open. So once you go to Settings, you now come to this particular Tools, Emulator, and click on Launch in where is it? Launch in the running devices to window. Uncheck this box. This particular box, you need to uncheck it. If you want it to be on detach mode like mine, go to File, go to Settings, come to these tools, this diff and merge, this emulator, particular emulator, uncheck this launch in the running device to window for it to be like mine, so it will be on the detach mode. So it is detach mode. What I mean by detach mode. Now if you do ADB root, once you have opened one particular images, do ADB root. Let's see what it's going to say. Android is already running now. That means this device is rooted. But the one with Google Play Store will not show root. So what we're going to do is we download app with the one with Google Play Store, especially this Nexus 5 API 29. It's Android 10. If you download it, the one with Google Play Store, we now pull the app and test it with the one with root device. This one is showing ADB is already running as root. Now you can test other things in these places, like who am I? You can do ADB shell. As I run ADB, you can do ADB Android debug bridge. That means full meaning of ADB. Android debug bridge is for terminal interaction with your app. ADB shell. Let's drop into shell. I told this just like Linux. So once we drop into shell, you can do who am I. Let's see who we are. We are root. You can also check for uname A. Uname A. These are Linux commands. Look at. I told you that Android runs on Linux operating. This Linux localhost blah 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 blah. Don't understand. So Android runs on Linux operating system. Let's close it and test with another image. That's why I said if you want to pen test mobile app, you need to have 2 or 3 images in case one is misbehaving. Now let's test this second images with API 29 Nexus 5. Okay, let it load. It's trying to load. My system is running at 100% CPU, so that's why it's hanging. So you can see it here, 100% CPU at the top right hand. So that's why it's hanging. It's freezing. ADB shell. So ADB roots is not that one. If you do that same thing, ADB roots. This one have Google Play Store. It's going to tell you that. Let's see what it's going to say. So it's ADB cannot run as root in production build. This is production build because it has Google Play Store. So but it can drop into shell, ADB shell. ADB shell. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to pen test, you need to have two images, one with Google Play Store and one without Google Play Store, so that you can pull the app once you download for Google Play Store, pull the app from off Google Play Store and install it in the one without Google Play Store with root privileges. So let's check whether this have root privileges. Let's drop into shell, ADB shell. Let me maximize this so I can be able to see it. ADB shell. So let's see what it's going to say. Now it has dropped into shell. If you run who am I as before, it will not tell you root. It's going to tell you shell. So you are shell. Previously the first app says root, so because it's rooted, but this one says shell. So this one, if you are pen testing with this one, you are going to be limited because you are not root. Now ADB shell as before. Now I drop into shell. We can do package manager, which is PM, list packages. Let's list all the Android app installed on this particular image, Android image. So it's going to list all the images. So look at all the images we have. We want to pull it out. So see the images we have. Now any image you want to pull, you can pull it. Let's search whether our injured Android is here. So how do we do it? package manager, which is PM, lists the same packages. PM list packages, you pipe it and grep it. Grep means search in Linux. Like I said before, this handle runs on Linux. So you package manager lists packages, you pipe it and grep for injured. I mean, you are searching for the word injured. Or if it's GT app, you search for the word GT. If it's GoTV, search for the word keyword, the keyword GoTV. So it's going to list it for you. Let's search for grep injured. Let's see what we have. So it has given us the package parts. So how do we do it? We now do package manager. This is not the package part, sorry. Package manager. Let's get the part PAT, which is package manager part. Let's copy this thing, this package name. Let's start from here. Package manager parts. Let's copy this package name. Copy. You come here and paste it and click enter. So this is the package part itself. We have gotten the part. This is what I need. So we need to pull it out from here. If you want to pull any app from, maybe you use Play Store, the one with Play Store, you pull it out and test with the one with without Play Store, or different images. Now let's exit. Let's exit so we can pull it off. We have exited. What I'm going to do, let me cd. I think I'm the user my first app. Okay, let's me cd dot slash dot. Let me move to directly behind. I want to move to user. I want to create it on my user. Move to user. Now it have moved to user, two directly behind. Let's me make directory so that I can pull it and put it in one particular folder. mkdir, if I'm correct, make directory. Let's call this in apk folder. Apk, let me just get apk 3mtt folder. Apk 3mtt folder. Let's make this folder. Yes, the folder has been made. Let's cd to this particular folder. apk. You can press tab to autocomplete. Let's press tab. Once you press tab, it will autocomplete. Let's cd to this particular folder. Now we have redirected to this particular folder. Let me pull the injured Android. If peradventure it downloaded the Play Store, so let me pull it off. How do I pull it off? adb pull the package parts. adb pull Android debug bridge pull. Let's copy the package parts. Where is the package part? So this is package part from this slash data. Let's pull it up. I didn't get it correctly. Sorry. Control C. You come here. Control V. adb pull this particular part. What's the new name? The new part or the new name I want to call? I want to call this in. Maybe call it injured Android underscore pulled dot apk. So this one we pulled from the Play Store. Click enter. So adb pull package part and the new name we want to call it. So we have pulled it. So if you do ls list, if we do ls list, you are going to see it injured Android pulled from here. So you have successfully pulled the injured Android. So this is why I said you can install two apps, one with Google Play Store and one without Google Play Store. The one with Google Play Store, you download the app from Google Play Store, you pull it, you can test with that particular image and pull it, test it with the one without Google Play Store to make sure everything is secured. Now there is some resources I'm going to share with you in case you want to go and read more on this thing, on different Android commands or ADB commands you can run once you are in Android Studio. Let me paste the link so you can be able to see it here. So here you see that we have what we call ADB commands. ADB is usually located in, like, if you have installed platform tools. I said it before, you need to install platform tools. Now look at ADB devices. These are the things you can run on your DC to know if you have 3 devices. It's going to list all the 3 devices. This is the one I'm talking about. Tunneling, port tunneling. We have not gotten to that. You can also install ADB install test APK, ADB install whatever, ADB uninstall. So you can literally do anything with ADB, Android debug bridge shell. This ADB shell package manager, this package, this is what we did previously. So you can use this link and read more on how to work with this ADB. Now there's another thing. Let me share this link in the message section. So more on ADB. Now my system is seriously hanging. I don't understand. Now you can, like I told you, there is what we call access identity management in Android. Let me show you what I mean by identity management in Android. Device manager. Look at what I mean. This is how you can access different things in Android. So if you come to device manager, this is you are inside your Android. You see data. This is where information is being stored. You can also go to app to see different app you can access, whether there's any file dump on it. This base APK, open security. So but the place we are much interested is on data for runtime storage of app. Data, this is data, this and that data. Yeah, this particular one. We can now come to if there's injured Android. There's no injured Android. I think that's what we call all safe. There's one I tested, another app I tested called all safe. All safe. So any app, like, okay, this info whatever, click on it, can inspect the files, whether you can see any sensitive files, check the cache, check the code cache, check the files, whether I can see any sensitive files. You can also check the SD card, whether there is any data that, remember in our Android Manifest, our Android Manifest says that our app can write to external device. So let's check whether is anything on our SD card. So let's check our SD card. I think it should be on storage. Is it storage? MNT, sorry, MNT. This mean SD card. MNT SD card. Look at SD card. Now you can check whether anything has been dumped in process of running the app. Check pictures, check music, check. So these are things you need to check. This is among the static analysis of the app. So these are different things you can check for the static analysis of the app. There's some ones you can see. I think in the process of time I'm going to show it. You can see database, which are going to use one app to check whether there is any information, username and password of the admin that created the app, so you can be able to gain admin access to the app. So these are different things you can check on the app. So you can go to this App Pentesting ADB commands to read more on different ADB commands you can run on the Android Studio. But before then, make sure you have ADB platform tools installed, like I said in my previous video. That is what's going to make you have ADB share access to your Android. Yes, platform tools. I said it in my previous video. So once you google, just google like this. Sorry, not a Android platform tools. So SDK, yeah, platform tools. Click on this. You download SDK platform tools for Windows. Once you download it, you extract it. Inside a laptop. I'm doing with laptop. So once you download download SDK platform tools for Windows, you extract it. Go to your let me maximize this. Go to local disk. Once it's extracted, go to the local disk. Oh God, what is happening? Yes, it's not program files. Drop it on Windows displays. Just drop it. It will be in a folder. You paste it here. If you want to check whether it's running, whether everything is installed, open your command prompt. cmd. My system is hanging, seriously. Jesus. Before anything will work, I'm trying to open command prompt. So once you have pasted it here, open your command prompt to make sure it has worked. So it has opened. Yeah, just type. Once you install that, copy and paste that platform tools in Windows C, in a C folder of your Windows, as I showed before. Type ADB. It's not even typing. ADB. Click enter. Once you see this, you know that you have successfully enabled ADB in your device. So are you seeing that platform tools? So if you can't do it this way, just download it, link it to your location using environment variables, as I showed before. Type environment. Edit environment variables. Go to environment variables. Go to paths. Edit paths. And now add it as new. Look at this one. So just add new and add the platform tools here. Oh, sorry, it's not to browse to the location of the platform tools and add it. Once you finish, just type ADB. So either you use this place, or you copy it to your Windows, or you leave it wherever you like and link it with environment variables. That's how it works.
In the next video, we are going to check on enumerating AWS storage bucket via static analysis. We are going to show how to enumerate AWS storage buckets, and we are going to install some things in a Kali Linux to be able to help us do static analysis using Kali Linux. Thank you and have a nice day. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Bye.